Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So as you'll be able to tell by the title, this is part 2 of our home buying video. Is that what I called it? I don't know. So if you've seen the video I posted before Christmas, Harry and I have been looking at buying a house for about 4 months now. I believe the last viewing we had that I told you about in that video was the house we put an offer in on, which was around November. We offered 195 on a 2-bed bungalow and then offered 198, and that didn't get accepted. So then maybe 2 weeks later the estate agents called us back and said the sale has fallen through, do you want to make another offer? So we offered 200,000 and again the offer didn't get accepted. So from around the beginning of November we had no viewings until the, when was it? We had no viewings until the 30th of December. So on the 30th of December we viewed a 2-bed cottage which was built in 1861, and it was on the market for, I believe, offers in excess of 200,000, and we viewed it, and basically the minute we got there we both said no. The garden was tiny and half of it actually belonged to the neighbours, which was really weird, and it was on a main road, so basically we ruled that out straight away. So that was our 6th house viewing. Then on the 22nd of January we viewed a, what was it, 3-bed semi-detached house. So it needed a lot of work and we didn't realise it. The pictures didn't show how much work it needed. So we had high hopes for it, but we turned up and we just realised it wasn't actually in very good condition. The windows and doors needed changing. Basically everything needed ripping out and doing again. So we worked it out, it would need like 30 grand worth of work doing to it, and we just couldn't, we can't do that as first time buyers. Also, excuse the fact I'm in pyjamas. Then on the same day actually, we viewed a 2-bed bungalow which was again up for offers in excess of, I think, 200. So it was slightly above budget, over budget, but we went and viewed it anyway, and it was just too small. It was a lovely bungalow and we said if it was bigger we would have made an offer, but it just wasn't big enough for us basically. So that was our 9th viewing, and then the 10th viewing we had on the 18th of February, which was last Friday. And actually we weren't, I'll tell you the story, it's a bit complicated. So we were going to view a 2-bed semi-detached house. We had really high hopes for it. We had a really good feeling about that day, and we got to the house and the owners wouldn't let us in. The house was being rented out and the tenants were obviously living in it, and we were told by the estate agents that they were being a bit awkward anyway, but we turned up and apparently they had COVID, so we couldn't go in. So we drove nearly an hour to this house viewing to not be let in, and we were like, are you joking? Like, Harry had taken the day off, my mum had taken the morning off, and yeah, we didn't go in. But then the estate agent said to us, we've actually got a cottage for sale 5 minutes down the road if you want to view. And we had seen it on Rightmove previously, but we thought it was too far from my work, so we ruled it out. But we just said, oh, while we were there we might as well go and view it, so we did, and we fell in love with it. It was up for offers in excess of 180. So we viewed it. It does need a lot of work, but we can both see ourselves living there. Something about it just felt like it was right, basically. It felt like it was ours. So we made an offer on it at 175 because the estate agent did tell us that the last offer someone pulled out, but they did tell us that it sold previously for just under 180, so we offered 175, and this is where we're at now. Our offer has been accepted. So it is a 3-bed bungalow. It's really quirky. The layout of it is a bit odd, but we love it, and I think it gives it more character. So it is quite an old bungalow, and we're actually waiting to hear how old it is because we don't know, but we have a lot of plans for it. It does need work, not a lot of work, not thousands and thousands of work, but it does need work. So it needs plastering again because it is an old cottage. The walls aren't great and the ceilings aren't great. It needs a log burner putting in, it needs a new kitchen, it needs new flooring, and it basically just needs updating. The windows and doors are fine. We believe the structure and everything of the cottage is fine, but we are obviously going to get a level 3 survey done, because it is an old cottage, so we want to know what we're kind of buying, I guess. Yeah, we want to know what we're buying. So our plans are, we have spoken to the mortgage advisor yesterday and we have put down a 5% deposit. He has sent our mortgage offer off. As far as I know, he sent it off, so we're just waiting to hear if our mortgage has been approved, and obviously if it does, we will just go from there. To be honest, I'm not really sure what the process is now, but we're just waiting to know if our mortgage has been approved. We have paid £350 for conveyancing searches to be carried out, which I believe is like basically to see if there's any flooding risks, if there's any development plans around the house, basically anything that could affect us when we buy the house. We paid for that, so whenever they are carried out we will get the results of that, and then as long as the mortgage gets approved we will then get a level 3 survey carried out, like I said, and as long as there's nothing major wrong with it we will obviously go through with it and we will be buying the cottage. So this is where we're currently at. Today is the 22nd of February, so I think the mortgage approval will probably take 2 weeks to come back if I'm right. Could be quicker, could be longer, I'm not entirely sure. So at the moment we're kind of just waiting to hear what happens next, so we're waiting to hear back from the mortgage company to see if we've been approved. To be honest, as you can probably tell, I don't really have much of a clue what's going on. Being first time buyers, we're not really clued up on what's happening. I'm just kind of giving everything to the mortgage advisor. But yeah, that's currently where we're at. I will update you as soon as I have another update. But yeah, we've had an offer accepted and we are so excited and I can't wait to move in. I'm trying not to jump the gun in case anything's wrong on the survey or in case we don't get the mortgage approved, but there is no reason why we won't get the mortgage approved. It's just whether anything big comes up on the survey, which is going to cost a lot to fix, because then obviously we won't have the funds to do it if it's something big. But fingers crossed it's not and we get it. Hi guys, so I just wanted to jump on here and give you another update. I think it's been 3 weeks since I last updated you, so I believe I last spoke to you on the 22nd of February. So today it is the 14th of March, and I think the last time I spoke to you I was talking about us sending off the mortgage application. So we actually hadn't done that when I spoke to you. What I thought was sending off the mortgage application was actually like the first set of questions that the mortgage advisor had to ask us. On the 5th of March we went over to the house and took my brother, who is a... Am I zooming in? Yes. So we went over to the house on the 5th of March and took my brother, who is a carpenter, just to get the lowdown on what he thought needed doing. So from him going, we've now discovered we need to, in the main bedroom we need to take the walls back to brick and the ceiling we need to take down. We then need to strip off all the other walls and have them skimmed, and in the main bedroom we'll have them plasterboarded, probably insulated and then plastered. Same with the ceiling as well, because there's no insulation in the house, which is really weird. I guess it's because it's an old cottage, but there's no roof insulation, so where we can we need to get some insulation in. Downstairs we are putting a new kitchen in. We need to strip the walls back and skim them in the living room. There's a wall in the kitchen that needs plastering and skimming. The garden needs doing. So at this point there's actually a lot more than what we thought. The roof is a big problem. It's leaking water into the second bedroom, so the walls in the second bedroom have gone mouldy on one of them, where there's just water somehow getting in through the roof and going down the exterior wall, which is where the mould is. So we have got a roofer going out hopefully today to have a look and to give us a quote on how much it's going to cost to fix, because obviously there's no point doing any work on the inside until we've got the roof fixed. So he's going out today to give us a quote. So last Wednesday, the 9th of March, I went to a kitchen company that my brother works alongside and chose a kitchen because he just recommended them to us, so we just thought we'd go along with them. So we chose a kitchen that we wanted, and I took Harry on Friday the 11th of March to have a look at it. So we have the kitchen that we want to go with. We're just waiting to know that we've got the mortgage approved. So we also did that Saturday when we went and viewed the house with my brother. We went over to the mortgage advisor and sent off the application with him because we had to do a few things obviously in person with him. So I will insert some pictures of the kitchen or some videos now, and then I guess the next update I give you will be when we have the mortgage approved, which I'm hoping will be this week. It's now been a week since we sent it off, so I will next give you an update as soon as we know we've got the mortgage approved and if there's anything else that happens. But yeah, and I will insert the videos of the kitchen that we are going for now.